Good morning, guys. In this opportunity, I am going to explain you this topic about conditionals. Specifically, we are going to explore a little bit more the unreal conditionals and the conditional number two. Okay, I'm going to say this in Spanish because I want to clarify this because this topic is a little bit complicated. Uh, about conditionals, we can say that there are four types of conditionals, okay? Those that are used for real and possible situations, and those that are used for unreal or impossible situations. Entonces tenemos que los condicionales, chicos, se dividen en cuatro. Tenemos the zero conditional, the first conditional, the second conditional, and the third conditional. Zero and first are for real situations, and the third and the second and the third are used for unreal situations. Entonces, en esta oportunidad, como en el tema de la unidad está unreal conditionals, vamos a trabajar en esos condicionales, específicamente en el number two, the second conditional. It's the number three, actually. The second conditional is the name. ¿Por qué lo vamos a hacer así? Porque así está determinado por el libro y por la unidad. Chicos, el zero conditional, el condicional cero, se utiliza para situaciones que son reales y son completamente probables. Example. Si yo meto agua al congelador, esta se vuelve hielo, ¿sí? La primera es en presente y la segunda, la condición es en presente, el resultado también. Ahora, el condicional número uno o el first conditional es para situaciones que inician en el presente y que son probables, pero el resultado se va a ver en el futuro. Example, if I study, I will learn. Si yo estudio, aprenderé. Entonces miren que se genera en el presente la condición, pero el resultado se da en el futuro. The second conditional is a little bit more complicated. So we are going to start exploring this today. I decided to explain you just the second conditional in this video and let the third conditional for next week. Why? Because as this topic is complicated, I don't want to like, I don't know, I don't want to give you a lot of work or a lot of information to process, okay? So I want to ensure that you are going to understand and you are going to learn. If you understand this topic, the second conditional, you will learn faster and easier the third conditional, okay? Okay, so let's start with the unreal conditional. What is the communicative purpose, guys? So when do we use the second conditional? When we talk about a situation that is not true, but could be or could have been true, if something different, if something were different, it is a mistake. If something were different. So in simple words, we use this second conditional for hypothetical situation. Si yo hubiera hecho esto, esto hubiese pasado. Si yo hubiese, this is for hypothetical situations, okay? Another way to understand this could be an imaginary or hypothetical situation, what I already said, okay? So how do we create an unreal condition? An unreal condition has two parts. An unreal or a real condition. All the conditions have, in the conditionals, have two parts. All the conditionals have two parts, or clauses, or sentences, okay? A condition and a condition part and the result part, right? Example, if an earthquake happened, this is one part, this is the condition part, some buildings might fall down, okay? Si pasara un terremoto, algunos edificios podrían caer, ¿cierto? ¿Qué pasa, chicos? How can I identify what is the condition and what is the result? all the words or all the sentence that have if are the conditions, okay? If the sentence have the word if, that is the condition. And the next sentence is the result. It doesn't matter the order, guys, of the parts. That doesn't matter. But when the condition is first, when the if is first, you need to put a comma between the two sentences, okay? But when the result is first, for example, some buildings might fall down if an earthquake happened. You don't need a comma, right? And it's the same. The communicative purpose is the same and there is the same idea, but in a different order. And it's okay. So again, to summarize, when the condition is first, when the condition is the first sentence, you need to put a comma and then the next sentence, the second part. But when the result is first, you don't need to put a comma and you just add the sentence that have the condition, okay? Let's continue. Kinds of conditionals. Okay, as I told you at the beginning of the video, there are 4 types or kinds of conditionals. But kinds of conditionals for unreal situations, there are just 2. The second conditional, that is that we are exploring today, and the third conditional that we are going to explore maybe next week. So the second conditional is used to discuss events that you think are unlikely or less probable than other situation. Almost impossible, almost, because the third conditional, guys, is to talk about events or situations that are completely impossible, right? So that is the third conditional, and we are going to explore the third conditional next week. For example, if I say dinosaurs are extinct, but if the comet had missed, they might be alive. That is the third conditional because it's something that is impossible to it's not something that you can like assume as true, right? So we have the example for the second conditional here. Many plants would not grow if bees die out. Okay, look that in this sentence, in this example, the result is first. Many plants would not grow, sorry. And the condition goes at the second part. If bees died out. So if I want to change the order, that is possible. I can say, if bees died out, comma, many plants would not grow, right? And this is the example for the third conditional. So if dinosaurs had survived, they would have eaten all the humans. You see, it's something that we don't know, and probably we never know because it's something that is impossible to predict. Okay, so what is the grammatical form for the second conditional? That is the topic that we are focused on today video. So as I told you, conditional have 2 parts, a condition and a result. So both are clauses or sentence, independent clauses or independent sentence, okay? So we have the condition always need to have the word if at the beginning or at the top of the sentence. Then the subject or the pronoun, I, you, they, we, Maria, Santiago, the school, right? Then we have the verb in simple past. So we have to write the verb in simple past, and then we have the complement. And the second part of the sentence or the condition is the result. Okay, guys, so the next part is the result. In the result, we have the subject, sorry, we have the subject or the pronoun, right? The word would, that is a modal verb for hypothetical situations, remember. And also the verb, the main verb, and finally the complement. Example, look, if I had money, look, if subject is the pronoun I, simple past verb had, and complement, money. Result, I, subject, would, main verb buy, and complement, a house. If I had money, comma, I would buy a house. Si yo tuviese dinero, si yo tuviera dinero, compraría una casa. Ustedes saben, chicos, que esta palabra would, ya lo habíamos trabajado en los modal verbs, no tiene ningún significado por sí sola, como cualquier verbo modal, ¿cierto? Como ya lo vimos en una oportunidad anterior durante las clases presenciales. Esta palabra would solamente significa día, ¿sí? Sería eso. Y sería el día del verbo que le acompaña. Entonces, si el verbo que le acompaña es buy, sería comprar vía, ¿cierto? Es un modal verb, se utiliza para hypothetical situations in the second conditional. Eso nos da la idea de que los modal verbs también pueden ser utilizados para condicionales, ¿cierto? Y miren que en este caso yo pongo la coma porque en este caso puse la condición primero y luego el resultado. Sin embargo, si yo quisiese poner primero el resultado, I would buy a house if I had money, también sería correcto. Yo compraría una casa si tuviera dinero. Entonces, este if, aunque significa sí, chicos, es solamente utilizado para condicionales. Yo no puedo responder, do you have a boyfriend? If, no, because the word for that is yes, okay? And I cannot write here, yes, I had money, no, because yes is for answers. And F is for conditions, okay? So let's see the next example. If Julian knew French, look, if subject, that is Julian, knew, simple past of know, and French complement, comma, he would teach you. He, subject, would, modal verb for hypothetical situations, teach, main verb, and complement, you, okay? If Julian knew French, he would teach you. Si Julián supiese, o sea, si supiese inglés, perdón, francés, te enseñaría, él te enseñaría, ¿sí? Si yo quiero intercambiar el orden, yo puedo poner, he would teach you if he knew French. O Julián would teach you if he knew French, ¿ok? Lo único que cambiaría sería el orden y el hecho de no poner la coma. So let's see the last example. If I were in Paris, that is something interesting. If I were in Paris, I would take many pictures, right? Ustedes podrían decir, ay, pero ¿por qué were? ¿Por qué were si el pronombre es I? Y sabemos que el pasado del verbo to be para I es was. Pero resulta, chicos, que para los condicionales se escribe de esta manera. No se escribe was, sino que se escribe were con I. If I were in Paris, pero en las últimas pues, variaciones que ha tenido el idioma, ustedes saben que los idiomas no son estáticos y que también evolucionan conforme pasan y evolucionan las sociedades. También se ha visto que utilizan el was. If I was in Paris, también lo utilizan así y también está correcto. Pero, como yo les digo a ustedes, en la parte oral se admiten muchísimas más cosas que en la parte escrita. Entonces, como tal y como regla gramatical, se dice que el pronombre I, cuando vamos a utilizar una condición, siempre se utiliza el verbo, y si implica el verbo to be, la utilizamos con la forma were. Pero también las últimas corrientes pues, del idioma han determinado de que también si utilizo was, sería correcto. So, if I were in Paris, I would take many pictures. Si yo estuviera en París, tomaría muchas fotos, ¿ok? So, second conditional in negative form, porque igual que los demás tiempos gramaticales, también los condicionales no solamente se expresan de manera afirmativa, como están acá, sino que también de manera negativa. So, it's almost the same formula. If, subject, auxiliary verb, no, verb, and complement. ¿Por qué auxiliary verb? Ustedes saben, chicos, que cuando hacemos las negaciones en presente simple, nosotros siempre utilizamos do para, para expresar la parte negativa. I don't know how to write that word. Yo no sé cómo escribir esa palabra. I don't, ¿cierto? Y lo mismo si fuese en el pasado. She didn't know how to write that word. Ella no sabía cómo escribir esa palabra. Lo mismo pasa en los condicionales. Y ya el result, que es la segunda parte, vendría normal. Subject plus would plus verb plus complement. Ejemplo, if I didn't study, miren, if I didn't study, como miren que es en simple past, este auxiliar y este no, y este verb tendré que ir en simple past. Este tiempo gramatical de esta frase tiene que ser en simple past porque es lo que determina el second conditional. Entonces sería, if I didn't study yesterday, si yo no hubiera estudiado ayer, I wouldn't pass the test. No hubiese pasado o no hubiera pasado el examen, sí, o la prueba. ¿Sí ven? Entonces es lo mismo, simplemente es una frase en pasado simple acompañada de la palabra if, cuando voy a hacer la negación. Y en la segunda parte, que es el resultado, sería igual que en la vez anterior. Now, guys, for the second conditional, we also can talk in progressive tense, ¿ok? Entonces, esta es como la explicación de la forma del progresivo. Entonces, tenemos que en esta ocasión vamos a explicarlo como si iniciáramos el condicional por el resultado y luego seguido de la condición. Entonces sería subject, would, auxiliary verb to be. Ustedes saben que para los tiempos progresivos siempre necesitamos el verbo to be como auxiliar. And then the verb with ing and then the complement. Okay? Let's see the condition structure. If subject, auxiliary verb to be in simple past, okay? Because remember that to create second conditional, we use simple past, then the verb with ing, and then the complement. Let's see the example to understand this. I would be watching this video if I were learning English. Yo estaría viendo este video si yo estuviese aprendiendo inglés. Entonces, I would, miren, subject, would, auxiliary verb, be, miren que como es would, aquí tendría que ir en infinitivo. Be, no conjugado. Entonces, auxiliary verb to be. Verb with ing, watching. And complement this video. Okay, so the condition. If, subject I, auxiliary verb to be in simple past, where, porque ya sabemos que para los condicionales con I, la forma más común es utilizar where. Where, porque es el pasado también del verbo to be. Where, después tenemos verb with ing, learning, and the complement that is English. Esta frase que está escrita acá, este condicional, está en forma afirmativa. Miren que no tiene negación por ninguna parte. Simplemente que también está en forma progresiva porque también se puede hacer condicionales con formas progresivas. Ahora, vamos a la parte negativa, que es prácticamente lo mismo, solamente que agregamos la palabra no. Entre el condicional o el modal verb y el auxiliar, el verbo auxiliar, que es el verbo to be, y aquí luego de el verbo auxiliar del verbo to be y antes del ing. Entonces dice, I wouldn't be, porque también lo puedo apostrofar, I wouldn't be watching this video if I were not learning English, que es lo opuesto al anterior. Yo no estaría viendo este video si yo no estuviese aprendiendo inglés. Listo. Chicos, entonces, esto es hasta aquí lo que les voy a explicar acerca de los condicionales, sobre todo este second conditional que es utilizado para real situations. La próxima semana les estaré explicando el third conditional, que es aún más complicado porque involucra más tiempos gramaticales e involucra estos tiempos perfectos que hemos estudiado en lo que va del año. Past perfect, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive. Entonces, por eso es indispensable que puedan entender muy bien este tema del second conditional para que a la hora de abordar el third conditional lo hagan de una manera más fácil. Entonces, nuevamente, second conditional and real situations, para resumirles. We need two sentences or two clauses. One is the condition and the other is the result. The condition always goes with the word if, and the result always goes with a modal verb, look, but mostly with the modal verb would, right? What is the meaning of would? Via. Okay, so what is the structure? Remember that the structure is if, subject, the tense of the first sentence of the condition sentence is simple past and then complement. If the condition is first, you need a comma between the two sentences, and the result is just the subject, the word would, the main verb, and the complement. But if you're going to put the result first and then the condition, you don't need a comma, okay? You can talk in negative way, just adding no, right? And the auxiliary did, that in this case is did because it's in the simple past. And the next sentence, the result would be the same, okay? You just, maybe you add the word not before the word would. And also we can use the second conditional with progressive tenses, right? This is the structure. So guys, don't worry. Maybe with the practice, you're going to understand this better. So I'm going to put you the video on the platform and also the slides in case you need them, okay? So guys, this is everything for this